Hey guys, EJ again. Today I'm bringing you guys a little VOD review. I've been getting quite a bit of requests about this. Here on the beta, I'm doing this VOD review. I am gonna just start by saying I'm not the best VOD reviewer, but I'll do my best on these. Also, if you guys could come out to twitch.tv/EjrSP, just like the YouTube channel. Trying to go for that partner for the War Within, so any help goes a long way. Even if you want to come out and lurk, we're going to start streaming as much as we can and making content for y'all. So if you guys enjoy the content, come support me out there and leave a like and comment down below to what kind of videos you guys want to see. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're fighting here is, again, it's on the beta. It's around 2200 MMR, which I'll show here in a second, I think. But we're fighting Affy, Feral, Death Knight as the comps, right? So my whole thought process here is, am I gonna be the kill target or am I gonna be able to cast? So versus this specific one versus the Feral Affy, I don't feel like having to worry about being kicked as much is the biggest deal here, and that's mainly because it's Affy Feral. That damage is gonna be a little bit over time, not all at once. So me being kicked won't result in a kill. And when I think of things in that nature, I generally go Archon. If you guys have been watching the stream lately, I do swap a lot between the Voidweaver and the Archon. And that's because if I'm the target, Voidweaver, the leech heal is broken. Like, it is so good if you're being targeted. You can just essentially almost never can die in a 3v3 setting. You can, but you're just a lot more tanky in that build. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. My whole goal here is to shut the Feral down and kill this Affy, or swap to the Feral when there's pressure. So I'm going to start out by running in. You'll probably see me throw out a Shadow Crash, and there it is. So I also run the auto Shadow Crash now, guys. Now that it's a homing missile, it is insane, in my opinion. I love it. I love it. There's still scenarios where the other Shadow Crash is going to be better. Like if you know somebody's always running behind a pillar. But a lot of the time, if I see somebody running behind the pillar, I just auto Shadow Crash them. Doesn't matter if they blink, teleport, jump, it follows them. So it's been really nice to hit people and then they run into their teammates. So, but yeah, so my whole goal here is to shut down this lock and to try to kill him, but not let this Feral do any damage. So you see, I CC the Feral. I see that my teammate over here is double blinding. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to fear the Feral. Let's go ahead and do this setup. Pop my Halo, start popping my damage, right? I see the Feral's about to come back on me, trying to juke kicks if I can. I stun him because we're seeing the healer already with the Death Knight on my team. So I'm just trying to get all the kicks out of the way and my damage. And like I told you guys in my guide, why Archon's so good is even when I'm kicked, I have 26 seconds of buff of my insanity still. So even if I get kicked, it doesn't stop my go. And just real quick, let me make sure my cursor, it is showing. Okay, just want to make sure you guys see my cursor. But yeah, so I can still have my insanity up in void form. So even when I come out of kick, I still have my insanities. He has no stop for me. I'm already on stun DRs. I'm multi-dotting everybody, saving my fade for clone and damage reduction. So I just see he's trying to come at me. I'm like about to die. I'm like, oh crap, have to trade. And then you see the ultimate penance is coming out here. I want to try to fear this, and I think I do. So I want to try to fear this because we have so much pressure. And yeah, I could die here, but my whole thought process is my monk has revival and cocoon, right? I should not die here unless he's greedy. I am very low, but I also know that if I get this fear out, we should generally go for the win here. So I'm waiting for my healer to pop. He pops on me, and we're going for the win. Looks like he's going to survive here. But that's my whole thought process, right? I got all the pressure, got the trinkets from everybody. The Warlock still has his trinket, but that's about all they have left is the Warlock's trinket, which isn't going to stop the Death Knight, the Windwalk, or the Mistweaver, and myself's damage. I juke the kick, get my dots out, save my Unfurling Darkness for burst. So if you see there, I use my Unfurling Darkness for burst instead of spreading to this Feral, and that's because it hits for over 1 million, right? So it does a lot of damage, and I'm trying to finish this guy off in my CC chain right here. And we get the kill. Really close though. Look how close I was to dying there. So now versus this, This is a matchup right here versus double melee with a lot of lockdown, right? You have grip, kick, pet stun, pet kick, feral druid stun, feral druid kick. If they decide to go me, I don't like to die. So my whole thought process when I'm trying to choose here is if I go Voidweaver, I won't die. But I'm also like, they could just go my my Warlock, right? So I'm like, if they go my Warlock, I want to be able to pump. And my thought process here is going to be, generally, they should go my Warlock, right? So I'm thinking they should go my Warlock here, and I'm contemplating, do I want to go Voidweaver? This is what you guys want to think about every match. Are you going to be trained, and are you, if there's double caster, are they going to swap to you? The answer is, realistically, no, they're not going to go you. Then go Archon, because Archon does insane damage, which is what I do here, right? You can see last game I did insane damage, almost as much as the Affilock and the DK, because I was able to sustain myself in the Archon tree, knowing that they were going to go, not go me. So, I'm going ahead and spreading my dots out here. I see the priest is out in the open. I should be dotting him here, like I just did. If you guys ever see a priest or any healer like this right here, get those dots out, guys. Get the dots onto the healer because you have Psychic Link. I am also playing with an Affilock. So he's going to get dotted by the Warlock. He's also going to get dotted by myself. So seeing this is a key indicator that we need to start putting pressure on him while we're bursting whoever we're bursting over here, which is realistically going to be the Feral and the Priest, right? So that way we're cleaving here. My Warlock's getting low. I have a Fistweaver on my team. He has wall. He uses Dark Pact. It is gone. Realistically, he should be using Revival or Cocoon here, but as a Shadow Priest, you have to watch this right here because Feral has an insane bite, right? They have like a 2 million, 3 million bite. If he's getting this low, you got to get ready to swap or pop heals. So realistically, in this situation, knowing that my healer has stuff, I will probably pop Embrace to try to passive heal, and if I need to, Trinket Swap if I'm a CC'd, or Swap or Grip. So pay attention to these cooldowns. This add-on is called Omni CD. If you're a Soul Shuffle player like myself, this is really, really good to have because you can watch things like this. And he also has Port, right? So you want to position for Port Grip. So just pay attention to that. But again, like I said, healers out in the open, get dots on him. He popped PI. You know they're committing cooldowns. Get ready to peel. So I pop Embrace. I get dots out. Right, I'm going into Void Eruption, and I'm going to try to start healing here. We see the Cocoon and the Revival is put out, and I had to swap, right? It was all at one time. So if you guys see this, right... Can I go back a little bit? Go back a little bit. So, let's just watch this again on the go. I wish I could get that, this little bar down. I don't know how to get this bar down in the media player I'm using. So, I'm sorry if you guys... does this go full screen? That this doesn't... you guys can't see my spells, but so if you see right here, boom, right there, right? Look how low he gets. In this situation, it is not bad that I swap, right? At this situation, they're all stacked. All I know is they could CC my healer at 1 second, and he's gonna die to a bite, or he's gonna die to the Deathlight Coils, right? Or death or whatever. So I see the healer's interrupted over here. That's fine, but all I see is he's about to die. Healer has all his cooldown, hasn't used them. So what do we do? Look at this. Ready? You can see down here. Kind of see down here. Again, it's really hard to show my spells, but it's highlighted down here. You can see that my my voice shift. I'm clicking it. Right. I'm already using it. And look at this. I swap him, and then look what my healer does. Then he has to still use his Cocoon and his Revival. 1 second later, after the swap grip. Why is that? Look how much damage he took. I swap him. I grip him. Watch his health. Right? He's like, what is that? Like 75%? Look at this. Bite, dead. That is disgusting. And that's the Feral. Right? That's the Feral Druid. I swapped him after the burst, and then he got back on him, instantly bit him. If I did not swap there, he was dead because my healer still hasn't used his cooldowns. Right? And he would have just died. So now we use swap, and now he used Cocoon and Revival. See how insane the damage is? So don't be afraid to swap at low if you see your healer's not using anything, because at that point it's on them. Right here though, this is where we have an issue. He's at full health, and now my Warlock has used his wall as well. So now we have nothing left on our team. Everything's completely overlapped. And now we are forced to, I wouldn't even say overlapped. We had to use it other than the wall. I think that was a wasted wall on his end. But it's okay. We have some CC going. We're ready to do our go. He goes ahead and pops his AMZ. So I'm going to go hit the healer here, right? They're both in the AMZ. We're both magic. Let's go ahead and put some damage on the healer, pressure the healer. There he goes into OT Penny. I tried to dispel his shields here, I believe. I guess I stopped doing it. Normally I try to dispel the shield and ulti Penny during especially Affy S play, so they're still taking damage. So then now that the AMZ is down, I'm back onto the Feral with all my dam. Big pressure. Right here, we're just going for the big dam. Right? They're almost all dead. All we have to do is cleave, get our fear ready in 3 seconds for the win. Stop their pressure, right? 3, 2, 1. I run him into the eye. So this is where I made a clutch play, right? I didn't have fear for 3 seconds. We were still in our go. He was going to die. So I MC to stop their pressure. He has dots. He gets hit by his DK, but also the eye's up. So I run him to the eye to take the extra damage. And then I finish him off here, right? Because when you pick up an eye, you take 5% more damage. And so then I finished him off there, and I still had my fear, right? So we could have that was a clutch win because they were pulling the momentum in their favor. So don't be afraid to use mind control, all right? But like I said, versus that specific comp, you have to like think in your head, are they gonna go you, and what's your win condition, right? So you got to try to prevent as much damage as possible in Soul Shuffle, even in 3s, until you have a go. As you can see there, I stopped their go, continued our go, and then I still could have followed up with a fear, and we would have won. So it was just keep in mind that you have mind control. Use that. I rarely spec out of it, guys. I rarely spec out of mind control. As you can see here, I'm always putting names in my macros. I know before the comments blow up, yes, I know I can use dynamic macro add-on. I don't like that many add-ons, like I've said before. I generally only have 3 specific arena add-ons: my Tell Me Win, my Omnibar, and my S Arena. The rest are just quality of life things, right? Like threat plates for cooler dots, quartz for cast bar. So I try to not rely so much on add-ons, so that when I don't have them, like when the game breaks or patches come out, I still can play the game. Even though it's gonna be harder, I don't like to have to rely on things like a billion weak ores telling me what to hit, because that doesn't make me a better player, right? The game's telling me what to do, not me paying attention. So with dynamic macros, it's just an extra add-on that I could just, in my head, just add it. So before those comments, I get it all the time on stream. Just download dynamic macros. I'd prefer it that way. All right. So same thing here. It's the Affy DK. Same thing as the Feral Affy. It's going to be damage over time outside their burst. So I feel like I can live here with Archon. Right. So I'm going in. I'm getting the dots on the healer, trying to bait a dispel, and then get kicks and damage out of the way. If I can get kicks out of the way early, that's huge. Get Lichborn out of the way, that's huge. Things like that we want to get out. I Trinket Fade this go. He grits in my healer, and then I send my damage, right here. Trying to get the kicks and the stuns out, because it doesn't matter, right? So my Feral's bursting. I haven't used any of my bursts yet. We got Trinket, Trinket, Trinket. We got Cocoon, we got Revival, and I just popped all my damage right now, right? So now my damage is coming out, and we're just going to clap them. See how easy that was? They CC'd me, my Feral was doing all the damage, and then I still had all my damage, right? That was a quick round. But one of the things you guys want to see here is it doesn't matter about getting CC'd early. Don't panic, because you have 30 seconds of uptime, right? So you see he's getting bursted here. I still have my Halo, so I pop Halo, and then I start sending my go. The only thing I could have done better here, realistically, was that's our dome, and I could have just stood in the dome, right? The only reason I don't want to stand on the dome in my head was I don't want to be next to the Windwalker. Sorry, the Fistweaver. I don't want to get kicked, right? So in my head, if I stand next to him and I'm casting and channeling, I could get kicked and my go could be stopped. So I walked away from it. But realistically, I could have gone in there. But in my head, it would have just been better not to get kicked, right? So I'm channeling big damn nothing. No, they have no Cocoon, no Revival, no Trinkets. I had all my damage. This is why Archon's scary, boys. That amount of damage right there, with all my damage still rolling, just broken damage when I can free cast. So that's why I love Archon. Same thing here. We're fighting that Feral again, and I'm debating just try out Voidweaver this round because they went me last time. And then it keeps doing this on beta, by the way, where I swap specs and then it swaps to my other spec instead of Voidweaver. So you'll see me doing that a lot on stream especially. But yeah, I'm going to try Voidweaver here for the leech because they went me and it was very close. I don't know if you guys remember the first round. I was like that close to dying. So I decided I wanted to try Voidweaver here because they were going me. And I can sustain myself off of healing off of all my teammates. So I'm getting my dots out. Feral's coming in. I'm getting ready to fear and CC the healers. As you see, I silenced him. He also did get the blind off, but I silenced him in order to not revival. The Warlock ports away from me, so I try to get my dots and bait kicks here. Flash healing out, and then I'm about to send my go, right? So I'm waiting for him to get the kick. I think I start casting here to bait his kick so I can burst. Oh, I get cycloned. Okay, I get cycloned. I wasted my trinket earlier for the CC. You don't have to do that, guys. I do that a lot of time just to get pressure rolling, but I wouldn't recommend trinketing just nothing. So I still have my Halo. All the kicks are down. I'm getting ready to do a big go. He AMZs me on their go as well. Sorry, I was streaming this match, by the way, so you'll see things like that. I have a precog going here, and so we're about to send the rest of our dam. Trying to get I have CC, stun, and silence. So right here, this is a big one, right? Healer still has trinket. I'm PS'd. Their damage is rolling, but I have stun and silence and fear coming up. This is a big moment for me to bring the feral to the healer. I don't think I do that, but I would recommend you do. You have stun, you have fear, you have silence, you have Fistweaver. A big thing, since I'm the target here, should have been to bring this feral to that Mistweaver so I could double fear. I don't think I do that, but that's what I would teach you guys to do, because it's setting up for the triple CC for the finish here. I think I just fear the feral so I can just send my go, but I could be wrong. Or did we just kill? No, I get the triple CC here. Yeah, triple CC and then the win. All right, so there we go. I mean, there we go. That's in my head. I'm thinking triple CC. This is how we're gonna win this. So as you guys are noticing, you want to control whoever. Here goes my daughter talking. She's just sorry, guys. She's just being cute. Let me pause the video here, and all right, she might still talk, but we'll try to continue this. So like that last round, right? I'm just trying to survive because generally I'm a lot tankier and dampening than a lot of other classes are, and I can just control the feral, try to juke kicks, and then send my damage. It's not as important as just sending all your damage at once because you have big windows, right? You have that 30-second window. So a lot of the time, I'm just playing to bait kicks out and then send my stuff. But at the same time, you can just get the kick and then continue your damage. Just don't get kicked low and get one shot, right? But versus this one, I think I go back to Archon here. At least I should go back to Archon here. Voidweaver just should be the play versus DK Affy. It looks like I am going back to Voidweaver. And so same thing here. We're going to run in. We're going to lock down this Warlock, hit this healer as well, and cleave the DK, right? You want to cleave the off target so you have the ability to swap. All right, guys? So we're going to run in. Going to try to hit this damage out. DK's coming right up on in us. Do I bait a kick? Doesn't look like it. He's on his little pony, so I'm just going to sit this. I should dot all his pets for damage. He's not kicking at all. He just doesn't care. So there we go. We got the kick out of the way. Now we're ready to do our dam, right? He's trying to CC us. I trinket this, get my Halo out. The Warlock's already dying without me popping any cooldowns. I silence the healer on top of that leg sweep, going in for a DR stun for the fear, and then we start popping some more damage. Right there, he's cycling the Warlock. We could have just finished that, but he kind of did a really good play there and swapped it up, forced a trinket from all three of them, and then I'm just like I'm tabbing the healer to make sure they're all staying low while we're bursting this Warlock, and now we're just pumping pressure, right? All we do is pump pressure here. And that should be dead. Yep, that's it. GG. That's all we got to do. I baited the kick. I sent the go. Kept pressure on the healer. The feral did a really good job there, just pumping pressure while I was getting controlled by the Death Knight. Now I could have been walking towards the healer in the beginning, right? In the beginning, where is it at? I could have. Where is it at? When the DK was on me, right here, I could have been walking towards the healer instead of trying to get my damage off. But it didn't really matter, because I didn't have my damage off anyway. So during my CC, he would have been during his CC, I would be casting my damage anyways, and they had just leg swept him and got him in CC. So for us right there, it wasn't the biggest deal, but other comps, you generally want to get right on top of the healer or enough range where you can fade feather to get the fears off. It just happened to work out for me because they were that close and my team was CCing him. So there are little mistakes I'm doing here, not like positioning the best, but also positioning back where I was. It did also force the Warlock to push a little bit towards us and the healer to be in between us because the DK was here. The Warlock was getting bursted, but trying to hit me as well. So it was in a position where I was able to get all of dotted where I needed to be. So not the worst, but also not the best. Versus this one, I decided we're just gonna all in this. We're gonna go for the big dam. They're gonna go my Warlock. He is always the kill target. I knew this. I just need to try to kill them as fast as possible. So we're staying Archon. Kill target should be the Feral Druid and the Mistweaver here. So we're gonna have to see what we can do. I get some dots out. Rolling right after rip. I'm waiting for them to grip CC me. There it is. I got the fear off, and the Feral's outside of his AMZ. He leaps outside of it, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to Feral. He's right outside of this AMZ. So see how they keep running out of their cooldowns. Now we just gotta pump. I see the Cyclone. I think we stop it there, and then I try to fade the next one. I'm pretty sure he starts to go here. I see that so right here he cocoons the Feral. And then I see the Warlock got a Shadow Fury on all of them. We have a Lichborn here, so I can't CC or Mind Control the Death Knight. But I see that the heal is at 50% in a stun. This is my chance with no Cocoon to try to put a little bit of pressure into him. So I'm going to try to hit him with my Unfurling Darknesses, my Devouring Plagues. I could have faded that Cyclone, not going to lie, but it's okay. So now that the healer's topped off, our goal should be to go back to the Feral. He's at 50% right now. I got Fear coming up, triple Fear here. I guess I got double fear instead of a triple, but look at this. The Feral's just cranking here. I know he's going to try to go for a Cyclone, so I fade it. And then I silence him. Yep. And then I throw out the Siphon. Now I'm in a position where he has Siphon on him. They're on my Warlock. They have to get off my Warlock to stop me. And now he's just dead. Look at him. He's just going to rot. I'm going to come out of this. I have a stun. I have a Void Torrent. I get raided by the markers right on the 6-0. What a perfect timing from the markers raid. Yo. But we had a fat 108 points there. 6-0'd that lobby. That was pretty good there. But yeah, so a lot of time you also want to hit targets, guys, like in this match specifically. When they're not inside of defenses, right? So they had the ability to sit it, right? The Death Knight saw the go coming. I got the fear. He instant AMZs with his Lichborn, and they all run out of it. Every one of them. They could have easily sat in there. Yeah, we had our dome up. But this would have prevented them from dying to our damage. And they don't. They unfortunately decide to Mongoloid and get every cooldown from their team, right? Triple Trinket, Bubble, Revival, Double Wall, Double Skin. And now we're just able to get the rest of the cooldowns from them. He has to pop his big heal on himself here. I forgot what it's called that the monks have. But he pops the heal here. Gets it off right there. And then all I know is this... This Feral has no cooldowns left. He can go Bear, Revival. I guess he just used Revival. That's what the heal, I guess maybe what he got there was. I don't have Omnibar tracking anything. I just got it to work. So, they have no cooldowns left. All he can do is go into Bear form. And now it's time for the dam, right? Going for the triple CC, but I get the double. I always call it triple CC when I have people thumbing it more than one, by the way. You'll hear me say that all the time. I triple CC. I don't know why I do that. It's just in my head. It's better than saying double, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, going for the CC, get the fear off, and now it's time for the damage. Right? I silence the clone, try to get some damage off. He's gonna get this clone off here. We know it's coming. No cooldowns, but this is where we know in our head we have the kill. Right? You should know in your head. Oh man, I got a stun out of this. I got a void torn out of this. Let's pump. Right? And then boom, just game. Like, you should know in your head as a Shadow Priest, you're winning right there, right? So, very easy, very clean 6-0 right there. But yeah, that's one of the VOD reviews I wanted to go over, just to show you guys like what I'm generally thinking. Again, I'm not the best VOD reviewer, and I do apologize, but at least I can show you gameplay of what I was doing and my afterthought, like your hindsight thought process. So yeah, but there you go. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll try to do more of these VOD reviews when I can. But yeah, see you guys next time.